Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Continue our practice test. Here we need to list management category in the QuickBooks practice test. Here we will continue with list management. What we mean by list here, we have in QuickBooks, we have here list. Okay, in the QuickBooks, we have chart of account list, item list, fixed asset item list, price level list. We have many lists here in the list menu. Okay. We have here many menus. From these menus we have here lists. We have many lists here. Chart of account list. You can reach chart of account list by click on Control and A letter. You click on Control and A. At the same time you can open chart of accounts. Here you have list item list, you have fixed asset item list, and you have other name list. You have many lists here. This is tax code, billing rate. You have many lists here. These questions here, these category of questions are talking about list management. Question number 17. What do the diamonds mean on certain lists? For example, the diamonds on the left of each customer job. What's the meaning of diamonds? If we go back to QuickBooks and open customer here, customer center, we click on customer center as he said in the question, and if we add here new customer, add new customer or job to practice this question, new customer. If we add ABC company, for example, and click OK, then we have here ABC company, add another customer, new customer. We can add XYZ company. Okay, have here two companies. Okay, you see here that there is a diamond here. There is a dot here like a diamond here. This is what the QuickBooks call it diamond. Here the questions said, what do the diamonds mean? What's the meaning of this diamond? On center list, like the diamond on the left of each customer or job. Here we have in QuickBooks a diamond on the left of each customer. Go back for the question we have here. You are not allowed to delete that entry. No, we can delete the entry. We go here. We can here delete the entry if we click here, and we can delete customer or job. Are you sure what to delete it? Yes. Okay. Then we delete the job. Then the diamond don't mean that we can't delete the customer. Yes, we can delete it, as you see. Go and add it again, XYZ company. Okay. Choice number B, we have you can click on the diamond and move the list into two different location in the list. Okay, try this. Click on the diamond here. You notice that here is a plus arrows, and we can here dot line. Notice the dot line here. Yes, we can change the priority or the order. We here with both XYZ company first, then ABC by click on the diamond and hold the button of the mouse, and we can drag it again to the second order. Then here we have, yes, E is correct. There are open transactions related to the list entry. No, diamond don't tell us about open transactions. You can't move the list. No, we move the list. Then the correct answer is B. Here the correct answer is B on 17. 18. If you move a list entry up or down, what happens when you add a new entry to the list? Okay, try it. New, a new customer. Consider it here ZZZ company. Okay, we have this company, which alphabetically on the alphabetical order, it must comes at the end. We will see. Okay. No, he is not, or the entry is not going to be on the end of the list. Comes to the first order to the first of the list. Okay. Here we have, if you move a list entry up or down, what happens when you add a new entry? QuickBooks adds a new list entry to the bottom. No, it's not to the bottom. QuickBooks add list entry as alphabetic. No, here it's not added on the alphabetic because the Z must alphabetically be at the end of the list. Here it's at the bottom of the at the first of the list or up of the list. QuickBooks adds a new list entry to the top of the list. Yes, it's at the top of the list regardless of the alphabetical. Yes, the correct answer. C. QuickBooks asks you how to sort. No, QuickBooks don't ask us how to sort. Okay, it adds a new list to the top of the list. The answer is C. What is the maximum number of names that can be included on the names list in QuickBooks Pro or Premier? Here, if we go back to the QuickBooks, if we close this window and click on F2, see the lists here. Here, list information, F2, product information. You press F2 on your keyboard, you can go to product information, and on list information box here we can see the lists we have on the company practice test company. He asks us how or what the maximum number of names can be included in the QuickBooks Pro or Premier Edition. We have here Premier Edition. If we go to the manual of QuickBooks, here, manual of QuickBooks, in the manual, the part 1 manual, in the page 27, you can see that list limits. You can see that Pro or Premier have 14,500 maximum name list. Enterprise have unlimited. Then the Pro or Premier have only 14,500 name lists. The maximum here unlimited. Here unlimited depends on your computer memory and computer efficiency. Here, but theoretically unlimited. But here 14,500 the maximum number of Pro Edition or Premier Edition. Then the answer here is 14,500 names maximum number. The answer is D. What keyboard shortcut allow you to see the total for all 4 name lists? Yes, as we see shortly, when we press on F2 to go for QuickBooks, press on F2, then you have here list information, total accounts here 33, total names 3, customer 3. We have adding here 3 customers. Yes, we added 3 customer here. Shortly, we added 3 customers on the customer list. Customer list here, we add 3 customers. Then, if we press F2, we have 3 customers on the customer list. Vendors, nothing. Employees, nothing. If we add 1 employee to see, yes, we go to employee, to vendors. If you add a new vendor, we go to vendors, center, new vendor, and if we add vendor, call it AAA company, for example, and click OK. Then we have the first vendor. If we press F2, then we have vendors equals to 1. We have 1 vendor, 3 customers. 3 plus 1 equals to 4. Then the answer here is A, because when we press F2, because the keyboard shortcut F2 will tell us the total of all 4 names lists on our company or in our company. How do you combine or merge 2 lists entries? Okay, if we have 2 list entries and we want to combine it in one item. First, first choice, rename the unwanted list entry to match the name of the list entry you want to merge into, or open the list entry you want to get rid of and click merge. There is no merge here. The answer B is incorrect. From the bottom of the list, click activities and click combine. Click combine interest. There is no combine interest here. We go to customers, for example, and here we don't have here on customers any on the activities of the customer any choice to combine here. Okay, we don't have here as the from the bottom of the list. Click activities. Here we will go back for lists here, for example, for list. Okay, we go here for example item list. For example, item list. We have here activities. We click on activities. We don't have merge or combine here choice. We don't have merge or combine choice as he said on the question. Open the list entry you want to get and click merge. There is no merge choice. You can't combine. No, we can't combine. The right answer is A. Rename the unwanted list entry to match the name of the list entry you want to merge into. If we go and try this, then here if we go to chart of account, add a list of chart of account. Here is a list entry. Here the list here name is chart of account. We have the chart of account list. We want to merge 2 accounts in one account. Then we must here change the name of the unwanted account to match the name of the account we want to remain. If we change the insurance expense name to be depreciation expense, then the 2 accounts will become 1 account here. Then we don't have on activities here. We don't have on activities merge or combine choice. Then in QuickBooks, you must rename this and put it of the new name here. Edit. Right click on insurance and edit account. If we call this depreciation expense, and click save and close. The name is already being used. Would you like to merge the item? Yes. Then the 2 accounts here will be merged. Here we don't have insurance expense. It becomes part of depreciation expense. Add merged on the depreciation expense. Then the right answer here is A. 22. Can you delete a list entry, for example, an item? Yes, if the list entry is not used in any transactions or is not part of another list entry, for example, group item. Yes, I can delete if the list entry is not used in any transaction. What's the meaning of any transaction? Here we have on customer, we have here 3 customers. We added 3 customers shortly, and we try to delete XYZ, and we can delete XYZ, and we can when we delete it, we enter it back. But here, if we go to create invoices, for example, and go to create invoices here and use the customer, which call it the name customer, the customer XYZ, we use it here to create an invoice. For example, here if we have an invoice here, we add a new invoice, add a new inventory part, add a new item, call it Q, cost of Q is 12 per unit, the sales or the income account, call it sales, add it, set up, okay, save and close. If we put on hand as 100, then here we have a new entry, save, and here, okay, a new entry which called Q. If we have here 10 units sold with selling price of 10, okay, we have 100. Here we use XYZ customer in a transaction. The transaction is invoice. The transactions is create invoices or enter bills or journal entries or etc. Save and close. Go back for customers. Try to delete XYZ as we do shortly. XYZ deleted. Right click. Delete customer. No problem. QuickBooks can't delete the name because it has balance or it's used in transaction. Then we can't delete any entry here that is used in transactions or have a balance. Then if we want to delete the list entry, if you rarely use this name, consider making inactive. Here if we use the item and we insist to delete it, we can make it inactive. Inactive means that it is not actually deleted, but we deter the user from using it in the future, and he can't use the list entry unless we make it active again. Cancel. Then here we have go back for the question. Yes, the list entry, if the list entry is not used, yes, this is correct. Here, no, if the list entry is used. No, if the list entry is used, it's the same as yes, if the list entry is not used. Here, A and B, the same meaning. Both A and B are correct, yes. No, you can never delete. I can delete. Then the right answer or the correct answer is both A and B are correct. Here we finish the category called list management. Here we finish the category called list management. We go for items category. 23, suppose you own a company that repairs bicycles. Here repairs bicycles is a service. Okay, here repairs bicycle is a service, and what item type should you use? We must use service item here because repairing bicycles or repairing anything is a service. We go for QuickBooks, and if we go for inventory activity here, inventory center, if we want to add new inventory item, then we have many choices here. One of these choices are service. Then the service choice used for services you charge for or purchase, like specialized labor, consultants, or professional fees. And the service you render or the service you purchase, you must use the service type. Then the correct answer here of question 23 is D. Choice D, service. Which of the following is not an item type? Inventory part is an item type. Service item type, not inventory part item type. Income is not an item type. We go back here. We have item type, service, inventory part, inventory assembly, inventory part, fixed assets. All of these are item types, but income here is not an item type. So income here, close this, is if we go to chart of accounts, and we want to right click here to add a new account. You can add a new account by right click and click new, or from here from account, click new, or control and letter N, click. Here you can categorize the accounts as income, expense, or fixed asset, etc. Then income is a category of the accounts, okay, not an item type. Okay, then the correct answer is D. Income is not an item type. 24, the correct answer is D. 25, which of the following statements is true concerning items? Is true. Here, concerning items, you can use one item to represent different services or goods. Items allow you to track your sales in more detail without cluttering your chart of account. To create invoice, you must use an item. Yes, all of the above are correct. You can use one item to represent different services or goods. Yes, you can. Your items allow you to track your sales, track the details of our sales without going to chart of account and without go to clutter the or without cluttering your chart of account or profit or loss. We can here move the details of the quantities purchased or sale or sold to items here. Yes. Okay, to create invoice, yes, that we see shortly. We here create an invoice. We close this Windows. We have on create invoices. We can't create invoice without item code. Then we must have at least one item code to create invoices. Yes, the answer here is all of the above. All of the above is the correct answer. You can use one item to present different services or goods. Items allow you to track your sales, yes. To create an invoice, yes. All of the above. D is the correct answer. What are other benefits of using items? You can track the actual quantity of goods or service you sell. They can save you time by automatically entering description and price. They allow you to track a lot of details without cluttering. It's the same as 25 to 26. The benefits is you can track the detail, yes, actual quantity, as we said, actual quantity you sold, actual quantity you purchased. You can save time by automatically entering descriptions and prices. If you entering an item here, for example, if you entering inventory center, if you go here and enter a new item, inventory part, for example, you call it SSS, and you put here the details here, for example 13, here sales price, for example we have 20, sales here as the income account, description we can here SSS inventory item, for example, and etc. Can here have many things here. This is inventory item A. Okay, ignore all. Spelling, he mentioned that the spelling of SSS is incorrect. We click on ignore because we put SSS here, triple S by ourselves. It's not wrong. We don't really have a mistake because the company or the the inventory item is called triple S. As we put it here, as we assume that it's called triple S, then the triple S we assume is the name of the inventory item. Then we told the QuickBooks that we intend to enter the SSS name, not by mistake. We go here. You can save your time by automatically entering description. If we go back here, we enter an item here, create invoice. If we use invoice company, and if we use the SSS item here, you notice that SSS item here, when we put the name or description, put the price, because the QuickBooks here enter the description and enter the price each, because we enter it on the inventory center shortly. Then here we have saved me time because we entered previously in the inventory center. We don't need to enter it again. When we select only the SSS item, then the QuickBooks will enter the or will fill the other here the other columns, description column, price column, amount column for us. They allow you to track details, yes, as we said here, track details without filtering. It's here correct, and here correct, and here correct. Then the correct answer, all of the above. 27. What item type should you use for inventory that you assemble from other inventory item? Here, inventory assembly. If we go back here, close this, save no, inventory center, here, new inventory item, and if we go for inventory assembly, use for inventory items that you assemble from other inventory, like the manufacturing company, you use raw materials, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead in assembling the finished goods or the finished item. Then when you have finished goods or an inventory item that is assembled from other items or services, you use inventory assembly, like tables, for example. In furniture manufacturing company, if we have a manufacturing company that manufactures furniture, then they purchase woods, they purchase glue, and they hiring employees, and they purchasing machines. Then they use the employee services and the machines and the raw materials to assemble the tables, for example. Then the tables will be called inventory assembly. The answer is C. You have just been hired by 28. You have just been hired by a bakery that sells delicious cupcakes. Okay, when they buy ingredients or the components of the cupcakes, as flour, eggs, etc. They use the expense tab and assign the cost of goods sold account. You need to set up an item for cakes. What item type should you use? When we have here, when they buy the ingredients, they use the expense tab. If we go for cancel, if we go back to QuickBooks and we purchase something, we use enter bills. Enter bills, here we have two tabs. We have item tab and expense tab. The question said that when we purchase ingredients, we use the expense tab. Then when we use the expense tab instead of items tab, we must here classify the ingredients as non-inventory part. Non-inventory part, that is inventory parts, or non-inventory parts, that is items that we don't track details here. if we go here for QuickBooks, and if we go with this for inventory center, and choose a new inventory center, new inventory item, and choose non-inventory part, use for goods you buy but don't track, like office supplies or materials for a specific job that you charge back to the customers. Then you don't track the details here, and you choose here. If you choose expense, you mean that you don't want to track this, and here we have non-inventory part. The answer is D. What account on chart of accounts is affected when you sell an item? If you sell an item, we go for example, SSS item, right click, edit. We see here that the account affected when we sell an item here is income account, which required sale. Here we choose sales. If we choose another account, for example, if we go here and add a new account, we call it sales revenue. If we choose sales revenue هنا, the sales revenue will be affected when we sell the SSS item. If we choose another account like sales, the sales account will be affected when we sell the SSS item. Then the account we choose here will be affected when we sell the item. Then go back for the question, what account or chart of account is affected when you sell an item? The account you selected when you set up an item. Yes, the account we select when we set up an item like SSS item, the account we selected here is the account which will be affected by the transaction. Other income account, no. A default sales account, no. Or accounts are not affected, no. The correct answer is A. Number 30, if you associate a service item into two accounts, how does QuickBooks know which account to use on the transaction? If we here go for new inventory item, if we choose here service and click here, this service is used to assemble, for example, check box here, check this. Here you can see that we have purchase information, sales information. For service, for example, here cost of goods sold. Here for income, we can choose sales or the services sales. For example, inventory part we have here. For purchases, we have cost of goods sold. For sales, we have in income account like sales. We have for assets, we have inventory asset. He asked here about service. Here we go back for service and we choose here to click yes, click check here. This is service is used, yes, assemblies. Then if you associate a service item with two accounts, how does QuickBooks know which account to use on transactions? When an item is on a sales form, QuickBooks uses the account under sales information. Yes, when it's on purchase form, it's used the account and the purchase information. This is the correct answer, choice A, because if we go for interbills, then for interbills the QuickBooks will use the account which is used in purchase information. We'll use cost of goods account, cost of goods sold account, for example, or use any account we choose here. We will choose an account that is correctly reflect the transaction. But here, if we leave the cost of goods sold account here as is, regardless of it's correct or not, it's not important here to concentrate on this. The important thing here, if we put cost of goods sold on any account here, we must see it on the journal entry when we enter a purchase information like interbills. Here we concentrate on the effect of the choosing an account here when we use the purchase information, when we use purchase transactions. Then when we use a purchase transaction, the account that will be affected is cost of goods sold. You can change this and put it, for example, office supplies, put it another account if you want here, or put it office supplies is not correct here because here we have service. You can put it any service that you are purchased from your vendors. Okay, like for example insurance expense, for example like rent expense, like any other expenses that are correctly reflect the purchases of some services instead of using cost of goods sold. But we here concentrate on the effect on the effect of the using an account here on purchases information. If we choose here an account like this, for example, sales revenue, here when we sell this service, then the account that will be affected as sales revenue, the account that we can see on the chart of the journal entries. On the journal entries, when the QuickBooks write journal entries as a result of saving an invoice, for example, if we sell this service for a customer and we create an invoice and we save the invoice, the QuickBooks will use the sales revenue account here because we choose sales revenue. We'll use it in the journal entries to write a journal entry. Then he will use the or the QuickBooks will use the sales information in the sales revenue, but QuickBooks will use the purchase information here when we purchase a service, like when we use interbills to purchase a service. Go back, then when an item is on sales form like create invoice, QuickBooks uses the account number or account under sales information in item setup. When it's in purchase form like entering bills, it uses account and purchase information. Yes, the answer here, correct answer is A. We finish here the category items category on the practice test. In the coming videos, inshallah, we'll continue with the other questions and other categories of questions. Thank you.